This is the secret killer in business. If you sell anything online or offline, this will kill your business quicker than anything else, and most people don't even recognize it until it's too late. Today we're going to be talking about eggs, baskets, and wheelbarrows. Now let's get into it. All right, banking is one of the most boring professions I can possibly think of. All right, but it's also one of the oldest professions, which means that they've been around the block. They know this stuff. They've seen businesses. They know their own business. They know acquisition. They know increasing lifetime value. They know all of that stuff a lot better than most people think that they do. Right? And they know what makes a business tick. And then they know what not to do if you want to get a loan or you want to achieve some sort of success, right? Because usually the more loans that you get, the better, more successful you are, the more potential you have for success, right? So here's something that I learned a long time ago that saved me a lot of sleepless nights, all right? And it's called concentration risk, all right? Concentration risk is depending too much on one piece of your business for success or staying afloat in general, all right? Basically having too many of your eggs in one basket. That's what concentration risk is. You can have concentration risk anywhere. This isn't just, all of your investments in one basket. Okay, this is your ads. This can be your sales processes, your email sequences, products, employees, manufacturers, even you. All of these things can have concentration risk. William Carlos Williams was a poet in, I think, the early 1900s, and he wrote a poem that has stuck in my head ever since I was taught it in 8th grade. And it says, "So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow glazed with rain next to the white chickens." All right? And this red wheelbarrow, I don't know why, but it's always stuck in my head, and it made me think about this specifically. So if that's you, or any piece of your business, you're building on extremely shaky ground, right? If you are that red wheelbarrow, and everything in your business depends on you, or any part of your business depends on a red wheelbarrow, and depends solely on the success of that one thing, you're not going to be as successful as you want because you're building on very shaky ground. And any type of scale that you try and get, any pressure that you add to that red wheelbarrow is going to collapse if it gets too much. So for example, your ads can have concentration risk. Okay, you can have too many of your eggs in one basket. I have, for example, a client that came to me and they had one campaign when they came to me that was running $200,000 worth of ads through that campaign every single month. They were running $50,000 per ad in that campaign every single month. That was going to a broad audience. That was good. But at the same time, all of their success depended on that one campaign. And if that one campaign faltered, if something happened to that one ad account or that one ad, whatever it was, a few negative comments on those ads, that would increase the back end of their business, or that would affect the back end of their business, right? That would decrease their long-term results, even though it was just a few bad comments. But because of how much concentrated risk was on those ads, anything that nicked that result or the success of those ads would impact them in the long term and impact them as far as the business goes as a whole. So the sales process, this can also have concentration risk. The sales process is everything that happens after somebody clicks until they make a purchase, right? How do you convert traffic into a customer, right? If you only have one product, that's all of your business, and all of your business goes through one product and one funnel and one sales process, you're not going to be successful as somebody who has multiple products, multiple sales processes that a lot of people can go through. If you're building everything on just one funnel system, and that funnel system breaks because you're adding too much to it, that's a lot of risk that you're taking on that you might not even realize. Now your fulfillment is another one. Fulfillment can also have concentration risk. If you only have one manufacturer and everything comes from one plant, what happens when something happens to that plant? For example, there's a United Auto Workers strike right now. If Ford, who they're striking against, or one of the companies that they're striking against, had only one plant that everything was going out of and those employees went on strike, well, what's going to happen to the production? They're not going to be able to get any trucks out, no cars out, nothing. All of their production stops. But because they have multiple, their concentration risk is lifted a little bit, even though the strike is pretty massive. I know that, but I'm just saying just for an example here, okay? A perfect example of somebody who combated this well is Printful. Okay, Printful is a print-on-demand platform where you can put your stuff up and then you sell mock-ups of something, people buy it, and then the order is shipped to Printful, and then Printful manufactures it and sends it out, right? And Printful has a network of manufacturers, okay? And so if one of the manufacturers isn't able to get your product done in time to get it sent out in a reasonable amount of time, they'll reroute it to the next closest manufacturer, right? And then they'll get it out in a reasonable amount of time. Even if it takes a little bit longer than the first one was supposed to, it's still going to be shorter than waiting for that manufacturer to get through all of their products and then ship it out, right? And so that's where Printful has really kind of combated concentration risk as far as manufacturers go. Now the last one is you. Can your business survive 6 months without you? If not, if it can't survive that long without you inside of it, you have concentration risk on yourself. If something happens to you, your business goes down the tube. That's concentration risk. So the point that I'm trying to make here with concentration risk and telling you about concentration risk is that it's easily combated, but it's the hidden killer in business because nobody really recognizes it. Nobody thinks about it. It doesn't come to the forefront of people's minds when they're trying to make big decisions in their business. But if one part of your business has too much depending on it, you have concentration risk there and you need to adjust it and make sure that even if that thing goes down the tubes, that you have other things in there that'll step up and carry the load that you're looking for to get you the result that you're looking for and that promised land that you're looking for, which is an eventual 8-figure exit. Okay? And that's the biggest piece of advice that I can give to you.